Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and I present to you proudly the Queen of Soul. Almost, right? To be about 18 months before Aretha arrived, if you will, on Atlantic Records with Respect and I Never Loved a Man in the spring of 1967. But meanwhile, all through the early 60s, Columbia Records was still trying to figure out just what to do with Aretha and all of her talent. She had been signed by the master John Hammond to Columbia Records, who signed a couple people you might know, like Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen, worked closely with Billie Holiday and so forth. But in 5 years, Aretha had had just a smattering of R&B chart success on Columbia, and they had just not found a formula to make her click. So, and I realize certainly there are fans of Aretha's, early 60s music on Columbia, so I'm certainly not knocking the music at all. It's just so very low-key compared to her spectacular success on Atlantic Records. So here you have Aretha before she hit that huge success, but still obviously selling tickets, and a club called Lexington West. See that there at the top in Baltimore. Conveniently, that's where Globe Posters is located that printed this, and it's got the address and phone number of the club at the top. Now that right there is sort of an unusual thing. And then you can see it says 6 big days, 6, sort of a stylistic thing there, and 3 shows nightly. Now, of course, this was a club with 3 shows nightly, and so over 6 days that means 18 shows, possibly 16 shows, if the Sunday matinee stood alone. So that's why the club owner undoubtedly, besides having a relationship probably with Globe Poster, maybe it was a trade-out for tickets, who knows, but that's why you go to the expense of a big jumbo colorful concert poster like this, because you're trying to sell out 16 to 18 shows, not just one appearance. And then you can see in that white area it continues to say Tuesday, August 24 through Sunday, August 29. Obviously lots of clubs and theater and stuff is dark on Mondays. Then you've got a couple of song titles underneath Aretha Franklin's name there, and interestingly, Miss Franklin had had a couple of, top 10 R&B hits back in 1961 for Columbia, but, that was so long ago in the fast-moving 1960s. And so for the purpose of this poster, her management just chose to put the A and B side of her latest single release. And it did not chart, didn't even hit the charts at all. And that would be the A side is Sweet Bitter Love, and the B side is No, No, I'm Losing You. I won't sing it, I'll just say it. So anyway, that's the whole top half of the poster. As you can see, the bottom half of the poster gives generous space to the other entertainment, and it's cleverly right next to, I think that's a pretty cool graphic, a nice little sketched musician. I think that's really fun. And then you've got the host MC. It's kind of funny, he's got a catchy radio name, Hot Rod of, let's see, what's that, WWIN Radio, WWIN. Give him some love there in the center with that purple stripe all to his own. And as you can see down there in the white, it gives the ticket details. It says things like admission $3 per person per show, 3 shows nightly. They clearly did not want somebody sticking around from a previous show. Maybe they let them if the thing wasn't, packed the next show. Artists like to see people in seats, but they expected, really good attendance, and so it was like, sorry, you got to pay for each show, And then, on the last day, it says Sunday matinee, 3 p.m. till 7 p.m. And that sounds like the show that was perhaps the most bang for the buck and probably differed from all the other shows. Well, maybe differed, pure speculation. So in Baltimore, it's always fun to see a Globe Posters beauty from the city of Baltimore when it was manufactured, printed, designed, and everything else down the street. And here you have, as I said, the future Queen of Soul on a nice vintage piece from 1965. Hope you enjoyed seeing it. A lot of fun to show it to you. And thanks for dropping by. We'll see you next time for something soon. Bye-bye.